so Rosie, we're gonna move forward, but I'm gonna let you respond because there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna say that your request, they'll use the word delusional. But do you think it's
Of
fair
course.
to say that you want a guy to come into your life and take care of you and two kids that he didn't create and he pays all the bills?
No, it's not delusional. Society might look at it as delusional because, everybody's on this 50-50 or whatever. Not that I want to sit here and live off a man. Again, I want to
No,
grow
no, no. You
my.
absolutely no, no. You absolutely want to live off a man because you said you don't want to work. So let's be. Listen,
Well,
Got
you
but
have.
mother of three says she doesn't want to work anymore and needs somebody to take care of her and her kids. Let's get it.
I guess.
Okay, what's your name, baby?
My name is Rosie,
Rosie. Rosie, where you calling us from?
Orlando, Florida.
Okay, don't have your head cut off and stay still, honey. Rosie Orlando. How old are you, love?
I am 38.
38. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a client coordinator.
Client coordinator. Do you have any kids?
I do. I have three:
How little are your
18, 16, and 11.
18, 16, and 11? All by the same man?
Two two fathers. My
Okay.
oldest are from one, and my youngest is from another
Okay. Have you ever been married?
one. No,
No. And what's your zodiac sign?
I am a Cancer.
Cancer. Here we go. We got Rosie, Orlando, Florida, 38, Cancer, is a client coordinator, mom to three by two men, never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
A God-fearing one who knows how to be a provider, one who knows what his role is in a relationship.
What does the provider and his role in the relationship mean to you?
To me, a provider is someone who can maintain his household. I don't want to work. I want to go into my career, which is art. So I don't want to have to work. And I just feel like if I'm with somebody, I don't need to work. That's just me.
You know, that has to be a really good feeling to sit there and think somebody wants to come in to a situation with a woman with three kids, allow her to just stop working, and I'm going to take up all the bills and provide for your kids so you can go paint. The delusion is so real here. And I mean, you really can't make this shit up.
So you want a new man to take care of you and your two children that you have by two other men, and he pays all the
Well,
bills.
they're taken care of. They don't. You don't got to take care of them.
Do they?
Like
Well, they. Well, hold on. Do they live with you?
they do. Well, I
So he
get
will
it in
be.
the sense
So
that you're. Yeah, yeah.
so if you plan on living with this man that you're talking of, he would be taking care of them.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Really and truly amazes me how these women assume that a man gonna come into this and not have to pay for these kids that you want him to provide for. See what she really saying is you ain't gonna have no say so with these kids. That's what she really saying. So you ain't got to worry about them. I got them. You just take care of this. And what man's gonna come in here where the kids get to run the house? They don't be thinking, man. They just be talking.
So back to what I was. Okay, you have an 18 and 16. Do they all live with you?
So no, my 18-year-old does not. My 16 and 11-year-old does.
Okay. So you want, and the 16 is one by one man and 11 is by the other man.
Mhm.
Okay. So you want a new man to come into your life. You live with him. He pays all the bills because you don't want to work, and he'll take care of you and your two kids you have by two different men.
Yeah.
Did the kids' fathers do that?
Yeah.
So why
They
you
did
leave? Why you not with those men?
because they mentally they didn't make to where they were stuck.
Just stop. You're about to lie. You're about to sit there and tell a lie. You almost slip. You almost slip and said they don't make the money because you just said they did, but no, they didn't. You just try and be like everybody else. I've had these bums all this time. Now I want me somebody that can take care of me. Just go ahead and say it.
And they were stuck. They didn't have that growth mentality that I have.
Well, let me be clear. So you live with your children's dads,
Did I live with them? Yes.
and you didn't have to work when you were living with them.
I did, but not to what I'm looking for.
Wait, I don't understand.
So at the beginning, I did, and then I didn't, and then they slacked, and then I had to work. Basically, it wasn't stable. I'm looking for stability. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, that's what you're looking for. Now that was this a scenario with one of your children's dads or both of your children's dads had
So
it?
the
So
first
you
one, I was 18. We were young. We were very ignorant. It was,
okay,
you know, I'm 38 now. So that relationship was very toxic. It was a young relationship.
okay.
They always say the man was toxic or whatever, but you gave him 2 kids. 2.
So, Rosie, we're gonna move forward, but I'm gonna let you respond because there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna say that your request, they'll use the word delusional. But do you think it's
Of
fair
course.
to say that you want a guy to come into your life and take care of you and 2 kids that he didn't create and he pays all the bills?
No, it's not delusional. There's certain points in your life where you grow. I'm a very God-fearing woman, and I want to live the way the Bible does to, grow into that. It's not delusional. What I'm looking for is not fake. I know it is very possible. Society might look at it as delusional because, everybody's on this 50-50 or whatever. Not that I want to sit here and live off a man. Again, I want to
You absolutely want to live off a man. What are you talking about?
No, no,
grow
no. You
my
absolutely no, no. You absolutely want to live off a man because you said you don't want to work. So let's be listen.
well, but
Your
I'm
request.
still
Hold on, real quick. Your request is your request, but and that's fine. I'll let it go. But no, you're absolutely saying you want to live off of a man. That's exactly what you're saying.
So I had said that I have a career in art. So my money is going to come from the art that I do. My art is not $2 or something that sells at Ross. You know what I'm saying? So a man to invest in me so I can make money off my art. Do you
So not only do he need to provide for these illegitimate kids that's coming in the house, now you need him to fund your art. You see what I'm saying? So you're saying you don't want to live off this man, but that's exactly what you want to do.
get what
No,
I'm
no.
saying?
I understand what you're saying, but you said clearly you don't want to pay any bills. You want a man to be a provider and
Yeah.
he pays off the
That's
bills. So that would mean you want to live off of a man.
well then yes. If that's the way you want to put it, then yeah.
That's the way you put it. What you talking about? I'm just
Okay.
reciting what you said.
No, okay. Okay.
Okay. So now, if a man cannot provide 100% for you not to work, is he not an option?
If he has the mentality of being a go-getter where you know what I'm saying, he has goals in life to get there, then it is a possibility.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
A man who does not fear God, a man who does not follow God.
Okay. They're gonna say this, and I'm just gonna let you respond because I understand you are a God-fearing woman. You've never been married, right?
No.
What would you say to the people that would say that you have 3 kids without being married?
Thou shalt not judge, and your past does not determine your future.
Thou shalt not, but they do. And you will be judged by those around you. So let's get off that.
So
Okay. All right. All right. If she have it. Okay. Should he look a certain way?
um I have to be attracted to him. I'm not looking for no specific, it's whatever God literally puts in my path.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yes, he has to be able to maintain me and my family, I guess.
So what is that dollar amount he has to make?
I like 150 because he
Have you
has to be able to maintain himself and everyone and the home.
So this is where the delusion comes in at. So you saying a man make 150, 150,000, gonna come into your situation, take care of you and your 3 kids, just like that. What is it about you that's gonna make this man want to come and do that for you? That's where y'all got to start thinking and stop thinking this delusional stuff. This is ridiculous.
Have you ever dated a man that made 150K?
I did not.
So, if you don't meet a man that makes 150K that wants to sign up for this deal, you're okay with never having a man again?
He has to be ambitious. The man has to be ambitious. I can't have someone. I don't want to be with someone from my past. I want someone with ambition, someone who wants more for himself.
Okay, let
Someone
me
who
ask you the question again because I want to make sure you answer it. So, if you do not find a man that makes 150K that wants to sign up for this request, are you okay with never having a man again?
What do you mean by never having a man again?
If there's
Maybe I'm.
not a man that fits this requirement, because you're saying he has to make 150K, you don't want a man from your past. So if a man that makes 150K does not want to sign up for what you are offering,
Yes, yes,
so
I
you'll be
am
okay with
okay.
being single
I am
until.
okay with being single because I can do battle by myself.
That's why so many women are alone right now. Because in their mind, if he can't come in and take care of everything, I don't want him. If he can't come and take care of all my bills and take care of my kids, that's not his, then I don't want him at all. And so men are just looking at this and saying, well, you know what? See ya.
If I have to, struggle or whatever, you know what I'm saying, then I'm okay being alone.
Okay. Just here, let me ask you this. Right now, you're making it. Right, however, I don't know how much you make, but you're making it right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if a man came along and y'all like moved in together and let's just say he had 60K. That's an extra 60,000 to what you're currently already living off of. Wouldn't that be a help? I mean, you would have to work.
It would be a help, but again, he has to have ambition. He has to want more. He has to have the visions have to match. He has to have a vision. God has to give him a vision, right? And I'm here to help push that. If the man does not have a vision, you're wasting my time and my energy of me trying to push you to do better for yourself. Because that's what women are. We feed our men. We're supposed to feed our men that energy to want more for yourself. If he doesn't want more for himself, we're honestly just wasting our time.
Says the woman who allowed two men to drop three kids inside of her.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so here's the deal. Y'all know I've been hosting this show for 5 years now. And the one thing I've learned is this man exists, right? Like, it's not like this man is a ghost, he exists. The question is, does he want to partner with you? That's what it always comes down to. So the man making 150K with a vision, he is alive, he is breathing, he might even be watching the show. But the question then becomes, does he want to sign up for what you're offering? So that's the disconnect, I think, that has been going on for the last 5 years that I've been hosting the show. But we're gonna keep going. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, okay. Oh, I wasn't ready. Hold on.
We gotta see your legs, honey. Okay. Okay. All right. We see you. Okay. Got a booty on you, girl. All right. Rosie, when was your last relationship?
My last relationship ended in April.
In April. Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Last time I was intimate was in December.
Okay. They're telling me to ask you, are you open to all races?
Yes,
Okay. Do you mind sharing your ethnicity?
I'm Dominican.
I'm Dominican. Gotcha. Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. My son was calling me. What would you
Okay.
say?
3 flaws you have to work on.
So I want to be more fit. To me, that's a flaw to me. Um, I really, off the top of my head, can't think of anything. I'm not perfect by far, but off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything.
And this is the problem.
What's the problem? By perfect?
Self-awareness.
Huh?
Thing you get from these women that claim they so reborn and now they move it on a whole different level, they don't see their faults. She can't sit here and say one thing that she has a fault other than she need to work out. That's it. But now you expect a man to come in with your new refound life and just give you the glory. You don't have to do anything no more. Just go paint. That's it.
I mean, you're not the first person I said this to, but this is exactly why I said when we get to the three flaws question, it always reveals how people do not self-assess. They do not self-assess. They do not sit and figure out what are some things that they can become better at. And this is why sometimes it's hard to find a match because y'all do not self-assess yourself. You only have one flaw.
Well, you're when it comes to this, you're being put on the spot, right? So there's nerves, there's a whole bunch of things. Even though people would think like, no, why are you nervous? Why this? When you're being put on the spot, there's nerves. Now, when you sit one on one with the person, that's different. That's a real intimate situation where these things you open up to. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get that, but
And
um
I never said I was perfect. I see
right, but
someone
then,
said
but
I
this
don't.
is what happens. So then we sit here, and this you're not, and I will say this: you're not the only person, but it always happens when we get here. So then we spend 10 minutes because you'll say I'm not perfect, but then you won't name three things that you can work on. So instead of us, we can't even move past the question because it just reveals that people don't self-assess. They just point the finger at their past, who they were attracting, but they never sat and said, okay, what am I doing to attract this person? What can I do to
So
become better?
okay,
If
so
I
this
really want to date a man, hold on. If I really want to date a man that makes 150K, and I know everyone thinks that that's not a lot of money, I hear it every single day. But if you guys do the percentage, 150K is an elite salary in America, whether y'all
mm,
believe it or not. So if you want a man that makes an elite salary and you never sat, and you also told me, you never dated a man that makes that salary, you never
mm.
once had decided, okay, well, what am I doing to not attract that type of guy?
I put
So,
myself in the wrong situations and I'm a homebody. Um, I don't put myself in those environments where those men make that money. I literally go from home, work, home, work, home. I don't do the clubs. I don't go to lounges. I don't put myself out there to find those men. You get what
so
I'm
that's
saying?
so that's the flaw that you're not around the men that make that amount of money.
So no, everyone has there's okay, I feel like my weight. One of my flaws is I fall too fast, maybe that I need to work on. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I just can't think. Again, it's pressure. There's
Well, you
1,600
gave
people
three, so
watching.
we'll move forward. Okay. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm caring, I'm catering to when I have a man. I'm loving. Um, I'm an awesome person overall.
Okay.
Enough of this BS, man. I'm tired of this. Okay, ladies, stop being so delusional and be like everybody else and stop thinking that your shit don't stink. All right? Let's just do that. Cause that's what all this is. Y'all just thinking y'all shit don't stink because I have a new refound, new life look of everything, and you done everything wrong when you was young, but now, hey, somebody should come in and take care of all these bad things I did so I can live this great life. Good luck. Good luck. And it's your boy, and I'm up out of here. Man, I'm done.